So before the video begins, you should probably go on ahead and subscribe to the channel. It helps your boy out tremendously. And it's free. And we love free. Leave a like, comment, and make sure to hit the notification bell to see when my videos go live. And with that out of the way, onto the video. Downfall is a one-shot made by Inio Asano from Goodnight Pun Pun and A Girl on the Shore fame. Downfall follows a man by the name of Fukasawa, who pretty much looks like Inio Asano. And he was his famed mangaka, but after he finishes his manga and some time passes, my man doesn't know what the hell to do with himself, and his life pretty much just falls apart. You want to talk about everything just going wrong in a person's life? And you have Fukasawa here. This man is in an industry that he can't stand. Working with people he can't stand. And then makes content for people he can't stand. Also, to make matters even spicier for our protag, my man is severely depressed. So much so that it's destroying his marriage, himself, and then some. See, what's interesting about this series is that Fukasawa wasn't always like this, but it was up until he joins the manga industry that it starts to change him for the worse. Downfall is a deep look into what goes on in the life of a person in such a widely beloved industry, and it shows how much something so significant can affect a person's mental and physical well-being. This story doesn't shy away from heavy topics that I can't talk about, or else, big boy YouTube's gonna clap my cheeks. Downfall deconstructs a lot of what we love as anime and manga fans, and it really opens your eyes to how things play out and how this kind of business is ran. It also delves into the effects of social media, how it can cultivate this parasocial relationship between a creator and their fan base. It's a great read, and it's a one-shot too, so no 900 plus chapters you gotta go through. Blood on the Tracks is an interesting one because this is a psychological horror and a family drama at that. So you're getting a unique two-piece combo with this one. Blood on the Tracks is written by Shuzu Oshimi, who also wrote Flowers of Evil and Happiness. But this story follows a boy named Seiichi Osabe and his mom, but these two share, alright, the relationship is f***ed. So Osabe is this middle school kid and his mom is overprotective. Like extremely overprotective. Like insane. Seiko Osabe is Seiichi Osabe's mom, and this woman is quite possibly the definition of devious. This woman is so good at manipulating and it'll make you uncomfortable, because she has this soft and nurturing nature about her. You know, the ones mothers are usually supposed to have. And then you pull back the curtain and she's this very vulnerable woman who desperately wants the love and attention of her son that she'll stop at nothing to have it. So much so that Seiichi goes on a hiking trip with his family and his cousin Shigeru tags along. And Shigeru's a little shit. And he's a little shit to Seiichi, and Seiko notices this. So Shigeru teases Seiichi about his relationship to his mom, and then this bitch just pushes this little dude off a goddamn cliff.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
And it's at this moment when the story really begins. After this point, Seiko stops at nothing so that the only person that has any worth in Seiichi's life is her. It's an unsettling manga. The art is beautiful and it's something so different from the genre it's from that you'll keep reading the page to see what else some woman has cooking. Another story by Inio Asano, we have Dead Demons DeDeDeDe Destruction. And this is a manga that's about an alien invasion that happens and these aliens are just chilling, minding their business. But then the people go,
Nigga, did I just catch you having fun?
and so this one-sided war is happening against these aliens. Alright, now for the real story. So the story has this going on in the background, but the main cast of this manga don't give two flying fucks about any of that because they have high school matters to tend to. What's fascinating about Dead Demons is the fact that they have this spectacular backdrop of this alien invasion happening, which is an allegory for discrimination and has these conversations about pacifism and hatred. But the real meat of the story is about this girl named Koyama Karode and her interactions with her friends in this beautiful coming-of-age story. They're just high schoolers dealing with life, crushes, the typical ordeal, but the dialogue in it is so rich and everyone feels like they're the age that they're written as. The main cast is very funny and will entertain you throughout the story as it goes on. They just live as if this rogue spaceship won't just crash into their living room window, and it's just funny as fuck to me. Also, let me state, the art in this manga is drop dead gorgeous. There are just times I'm reading this and go, man, A human being actually put this to paper. Highly recommend it to anyone who's a fan of Inyo Asano and also just loves well-written coming-of-age stories. Pluto, man. Holy shit. So Pluto's written by Naoki Urasawa, who gave us the classics such as 20th Century Boys and Monster. Pluto's very unique because it's a take on the greatest robot on Earth arc from Astro Boy, written by the GOAT himself, Osamu Tezuka. Pluto's story is about a German detective by the name of Gesit, and he's trying to solve this mystery going on. Something out there is killing the 8 greatest robots to exist on Earth, and he has to find a way to stop whatever force that is doing this. This manga has some of the best character writing I've seen from a manga. One of the biggest talking points in this manga is the ongoing hatred and discrimination that humans have for the robots. Humans are very distrustful of them and only see them as machines of war, and the robots, well, they're just chilling and want to live the same lives as humans can. I always love stories about humanity and what that even entails, and seeing these robots try to have these day-to-day lives while also juggling the responsibility of being a pillar of society is very intriguing to me. It begs the question of, can these two groups coexist? Like, there's a part in the story that focuses on a robot named North Number 2. Now, North Number 2, he's best boy. He's been assigned to this old man who's bitter and pissed at life, but he's gifted at playing the piano and is also working on a song but has artist block. Now, North Number 2 can also play the piano, but whenever he attempts to do so, the old man just shits on him for even trying, saying that he's a robot and robots can't create art because they lack human touch. And no matter how many times this old man berates North Number 2, he's still hell-bent on trying to help him figure out this song. The relationship these two have over a span of a few chapters is something very special and true to the series. I don't want to spoil anything that happens later, but this shit is so good, man. No, this shit is just wild, man. So DanDaDan is written by Yokonobu Tatsu, and it's about a girl named Momo who believes in ghosts but not aliens, and she has this dude in her class named Okarun. Okarun's his nickname because she doesn't want to call him by his real name because he happens to share the same name as a celebrity that she likes, but he believes in aliens and not ghosts. So these two dickheads become friends and make a bet to see who's right about whether or not what they believe in actually exists, and they visit these places in order to try and see who wins the bet. Now, what I'm going to tell you is going to be probably the weirdest thing I'll tell you all week. Or not, this is the internet after all. So our two pro tags end up in this tunnel for the bet, and Okarun gets the ultimatum of a lifetime from this woman called Turbo Granny. This old, dusty, raggedy bitch of a spirit let this man get a taste of the turbo titties in order for the schmeat to get that washing machine action done on it. Please, YouTube guys, do not demonetize your boy, I beg of thee. So Okarun, being the logical person that he is, does a 900-meter dash away from this woman. Meanwhile, Momo has to deal with these aliens as they're attempting to do something I 100% can't show you on here. But Okarun comes to save the day, and as he's cursed by Turbo Granny. Turbo Granny grants this man immense speed and strength, but the downside is that he's always depressed in this state. This story is just non-stop fuckery and hijinks, and it's such a blast to read. Anytime I read a chapter of this, I'm sitting there dying because the shit is so funny. The dynamic that Okarun and Momo have is very sweet. They often go back and forth with each other, but deep down, they got something for one another. The art is really good, and also, we gotta take a second to appreciate Momo's grandmother. Lord have mercy.
God damn!